Seahawks, San Fran 49ers starts now. San Fran's opened up as a 10-point favorite, and the total has been set at 43. However, since the opening, the line has dropped with a bit of money hitting on the Seattle Seahawks, now minus 9.5 for the 49ers. San Fran wrapped up the season on a 10-game win streak, while Seattle snuck into the playoffs as winners of 2 in a row, but they have been reeling as they are 2-3 over the last 5. Now, these teams have faced each other twice this year as division foes, San Fran walking away clean each time. First, a 27-7 drubbing in September, followed by a 21-13 win in December. In their first meeting, the San Francisco defense held Geno Smith to an efficient 24-30 for 187, no TDs, and a pick, and they also sacked him twice. Rashad Penny, Kenneth Walker III, Travis Walker, and Geno Smith combined for a total of 36 rushing yards. Seattle held Jimmy G to 21-30 for 154 and 1 TD, but couldn't stop the San Fran run game that amassed 189 rushing yards. In their second meeting, San Fran held the Seattle rush game to 70 yards, Kenneth Walker to 47, and they also sacked Geno Smith 3 times and held him to 31 of 44 for 238 and a TD. Now, in doing so, they held Lockett and Metcalf to under 70 yards each. Now, Seattle did limit Brock Purdy to 17 of 26, 217 and 2 scores, if you can call that limited. And as in the first game, so shall be in the second game. San Fran ran for 170 yards behind 108 and 1 score performance from Christian McCaffrey. 10 can be a big number in any sport, and in football, that is a 2-score advantage. San Fran was an 11-6 against the spread during the season, and that increased to 7-2 when they're at home. And it gets better. They were also 6-0 in division games. In fact, one of only 2 teams this year with an in-division perfect ATS, the other being the Detroit Lions. Also, their division ATS plus minus was 12.8. San Fran is 7-1 against the spread as a home favorite and 10-5 as an outright favorite. Now, Seattle, on the other hand, was 7-10 overall. Stays on par for the road, where they are 3-4, and they were 2-4 in division. And as a road dog, Seattle was 3-3 and 6-5 as an outright dog. Now, San Fran has seen 7 games this year go over the total of 43, and they were 9-8 on the overs this year, 4-5 at home, and 7-8 when they were favored. Now, San Fran is averaging 28 per game at home and 26.5 on the season, so they are definitely more comfortable at home, and that stingy defense holds opponents at home to 18 points. Now, Seattle has gone over the total 43 8 times this season, and they were 8-9 on the total over on the year, but 5-2 on the road and 4-7 as an underdog. Seattle is not allergic to scoring on the road. In fact, they average 26 away from Lumen Field, and their defense is also not allergic to giving up points on the road, where they give up a staggering 27.6. Here are the edges at coach. We are going to give the edge to San Fran. At QB, we're going to give the edge to Seattle. We just think Geno Smith's been on the field a heck of a lot more than Brock Purdy has. At running back, can't go against Christian McCaffrey in this spot. The wide receiver core, we are going to give that edge to San Fran. On the defense, again, got to go San Fran. Special teams, San Fran. Kicker, San Fran. For the props, let's start with the anytime TD. We are liking Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk. Rushing yards, we are taking McCaffrey on the over of his total. And for total yards, that's rushing and receiving, we are also taking McCaffrey on the over. On defense, we are looking at Bosa for a recorded sack. And on kicking points, you can't go wrong with Robbie Gould hitting his over. Now on to the picks. Our system has Seattle covering the points, San Fran on the money line, and the under hitting. Now, because it's the playoffs and we haven't really trusted the system that much, it's let us down quite a bit, and we are going to be rejigging this big time over the summer. Adam and I are both on the 49ers covering the spread, so the money line is obvious. We do, however, differ on the total. Adam likes the under, I like the over. We like San Fran because, as they have done in the past, they're going to limit the run game for Seattle, and without Disley, Geno Smith's safety valve, that's going to put a ton of pressure on the passing game. Now, Geno Smith has been veins of ice this year, and he has had a great year, but this is the second season, and there is a reason they say defense wins championships. It also helps that they have a world-class running back and an offensive targets to help them run up the score.